What are some good reasons for a Christian to stay in a state like California at this time? And what are some good reasons for a Christian to consider leaving California? What would you say?
So the first thing I would say is that you can't come up with a one-size-fits-all scenario. In other words, when Sodom was going to be destroyed, God wanted everybody to leave, right? Everybody's supposed to leave. That's not the case necessarily in times of cultural disarray, which is what this is. So what we're dealing with is not fire from heaven or California falling into the sea, at least as far as I know.
We are dealing with fire. We are dealing with fire in California, just not fire from heaven.
I might change my mind about some of that at some point. But
Yeah.
when God sent the angels to Sodom, he wanted Lot and his family. Everybody was supposed to get out, absolute down to the last person. Or in C.S. Lewis's great book, That Hideous Strength, where everybody who was favored by the Lord got out of Edgestow, every last person. Jesus tells us when you're persecuted in one city, flee to the next. But that doesn't mean that absolutely everybody has to, right? There are some times where a person should stay and go into harm's way, like the Apostle Paul did when he went to Jerusalem. Mm-hmm. So Agabus was gave him a prophecy that you're going to be arrested, and Paul goes to Jerusalem anyway. So the first thing I would say is that this is a decision that every servant of the Lord has to make with regard to his own guidance, his own family, his own circumstances, his own history, what he believes God is calling him to do. So if God tells everybody to get out of Sodom, the person who hangs back is disobeying. Right. But when you're leaving California, you might be leaving California in obedience, and someone else is remaining in obedience. Right. So I wouldn't turn it into you're disobeying God if you're not coming with me. But I would say, as a general rule, people know how to come in out of the rain. Mm-hmm. So the refugee columns generally know which way to go.
Right.
All right. So just for example, here in Idaho, if you look up U-Haul rates, mm-hmm. what it costs to rent a U-Haul to go from Portland to Boise, as compared to Boise to Portland, it's $90 one way and $900 the other way.
Right.
Okay. And that's because U-Haul doesn't want trucks driving back empty.
That's right.
Right. They don't want, so they've got to adjust the costs and so on. But that tells you what direction the traffic flow is. You mentioned 600,000 annually, and then with your governor doing insane things like outlawing gasoline-powered automobiles.
2035, by 2035, crazy.
You say, man, are you trying to chase people out?
Yeah, I think so.
Because that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. So basically, what I would say is that people are going to make decisions that have to do with their primary responsibilities. So your primary responsibility would be as a husband and a father. Another primary responsibility would be as a pastor. Mm-hmm. Those are primary responsibilities. Secondary or tertiary responsibilities would be things like, I've got a great job with this company and I like the benefits.
Right.
Well, that's something to take into account. Well, if I move my family, we'd have to start over, and I'm not sure how much of a challenge that would be. I think I can run the risk of staying here. It's only 5 more years until I retire. Those are the sorts of cost-benefit analyses that individuals can undertake. But everybody should undertake that decision-making process, understanding that the blue states are under a heavy governmental mismanagement, and a God-hating approach
Right.
to life. So if you remain, you need to remain with your eyes open. If you go, you need to go with your eyes open.
Thanks for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, we hope that you'll take a moment and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can watch more content like this. Also, take a moment and give this video a like so that it can reach more people. And take a moment and click on the bell so that you'll be notified whenever we come out with new content. Thanks so much. God bless.